So that is clear. And the money cannot be removed from consolidated fund without the control of budget. And that is what you have put in the law. It is actually in the Constitution. So, you know, when I was hearing this story, I was just wondering, is it that people don't understand this, or what is what's happening? You know, they don't know how government spends its money. You don't walk in consolidated and just pack money and disappear. Yeah? So it's a process. So I just wanted to tell you that it is impossible, even to steal a cent. Even sometimes I used to work in the office, and when I ran short of a biro, because maybe there are not biros in the store, I used to buy mine myself to use it to work for the government, because the process of getting a biro, you have to go through a long procurement process just to get a biro. So I used to just send my message and go and buy me a biro and continue work. Yeah, and that is the reality. Yeah. So anyway, as my lawyer had said earlier, you know, when I read those charges, that's why I was a bit I was very comfortable that this one tried to make a comeback, but I know it was very difficult for others who didn't understand. The reason was that from the face of it, the charges were sort of, you know, charging me on violating the laws that I literally myself actually developed when I was a technocrat in Treasury. This is the two law, public financial management law and the procurement law. So, and I know every clause. As a finance minister, I know every clause in those two laws. So I could just see from day one, even when the charges was read, I could just see the person who was drafting this didn't know what was happening. It was unfortunate we had to go through that process, which we said fine. But I had the confidence that at the end of the day, if these are the charges, then this is just a walkover. I had that confidence in myself. But of course, the court process, you have to spend time with the lawyers to explain, because we have a process here in Kenya which you have to be represented by a lawyer. So you can imagine, I think Arror now is an expert in economics, because I had to sit down with him and explain. You can imagine this is somebody who is going to represent you, and you must understand exactly what's going on. So, and also I've learned a lot in law. In fact, the 4.5 years I thought I should have registered to study law. But perhaps now I should have a degree in law and use my case as my project. Probably I would have saved some time. But it has taught me something, so I've learned, now I'm very literate on law. So it was not a waste as such. The 4.5 years was not that a waste. So that is one thing that's behind us now. I guess my family now can celebrate. I think this is the first Christmas we can say we have really enjoyed. I know in a few hours we're going to cross the new year. I think we will cross the new year very delighted people after all the baggage. We leave all the baggage for 2023. And this was really a perfect Christmas gift. I didn't anticipate this, but on 14th is a day that I will never forget in my life. Actually 2 days, including my birthday, which is 23rd July 2019, when we were arrested, and 14th December 2023, which we were acquitted. So 2 memorable days that I will not forget in my life. The second thing I wanted to say is, I think the clergy had mentioned this is what really happened. I want to say that the schemers of this thing, and I know them personally, by the way. I know them personally. Some colleagues in the previous government, which I know them very well. I knew how all the whole thing started and how it was turned political. So I know them. When I was saying they have been ashamed permanently, is exactly what I meant. I know them by, I will not mention them definitely, but I know them. But since the clergy have said we forgive and forget, I want to say so. I've forgiven them. I've forgiven them, but I'll not forget the 2 days. You know, it's not good to forget sometimes because it can come back. Yeah, but I agree with the clergy. They didn't know what they were doing. You know, when you work in government and you reach a very high level, you get drunk with power. Those guys got drunk with power. And they don't know government is successful. It goes, you exit, others come in. But I want to say that, you know, I think they forgot that at some point things would